Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water.
Drink.
Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath. Come on now.
Drink. Or should I say, breathe.
Breathe, then drink. Fam. Great day to you. Great umoja to each and every last one of you. Let me turn this music down. Don't want to turn it all the way up. I am still in transition. Family, I got the studio set up, but I ain't got no lights. I got the studio set up, but I ain't got no light outside of the computer, so I'm still on the porch. But I kind of like this, right? Because I'm surveying the area in which I will be doing my walking, and I think I'm gonna change my process because I'll do the rope flow to warm up, then I'll do my Tai Chi, and then I will get out here and hit these streets. I think this morning though, I want to catch Broad Street before it get too busy. Get in the middle, or maybe catch a picture of the west and then a picture of the east as the sun is coming up a little bit. Because for those that don't know, the divider of the city is Broad Street, and Broad Street east to west, High Street north to south. So if you ever want to find yourself at the economic center of the city, and in many ways the spiritual center of Columbus, Ohio, go to the corner of Broad and High. And speaking of that, on the corner of Broad and High, there is a black-owned coffee shop. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go there on my next pay. Actually, I'm going to go down there because I'm going to take Gina, because Gina needs to learn how to ride the bus. So I'm going to take Gina down there so that she can know how to ride the bus. But I'm going to go down there and pick up some coffee. I think it's called the Black Kahawa or something like that. But anyway, family, I want to make sure that you know you are now tuning into the Daily Spark. I want to ask you to like, subscribe, share, and share. Most importantly, comment, because the only way we grow is, guess how? That's right, is if we grow, right? We got to grow together, family. Listen, one person at a time, one supporter at a time. If you could, those you that are being touched by any of the stuff that you're hearing from the Daily Spark, please become a supporter, right? Also join our Telegram group. All that is going to be down in the description. Click my dot card link, and that will take you to all of my things. Hell, you can even buy me a coffee if you want. But hey, you know what I'm saying? But check this out. Let's get into it today. First off, I want to say great umoja to each and every last one of you. Yeah. Shouts out to the Moja babies. Also, we want to clap it up for the Coochie Chagalia born. That's me and those Coochie Chagalia babies out there, because we are on the week of Coochie Chagalia. So, as we take the path of Coochie Chagalia, or as we look at the principle of the day, we want to focus the energy or the idea or the lens of that principle on the principle of the week, which is Coochie Chagalia. So today is unity. What can we learn about Coochie Chagalia through the lens of unity? What does Coochie Chagalia draw from the principle of Umoja. Because they all relate. They all work together. Family, this is nothing but a thought exercise. An exercise to get you immersed in your culture and thinking about your culture and using your cultural words and using your cultural ideas. Because we are constantly surrounded by our enemies and their enemies' ideas and our enemies' problems and the shit that they are stirring up. And I'm trying to get you some positivity, some balanced energy, some Maya energy that is coming out to you on a daily basis where you can use your mind. Use your mind to build towards our culture, family, because we have to move towards it every day. Right? So today we are on Umoja. We are in the week of Kuji Chagalia. Right? And those of you that are new, you just being able to say, the day is Umoja is good enough for me. Going around looking at Umoja. A perfect symbol for Umoja. I spoke to one of my big elders, the biggest elder, Elder Mariba Kelsey, 100 years strong. And, I asked him about some stuff, because I'm still trying to figure out the marriage piece, right? I'm young in marriage. You know what I'm saying? One of my sisters told me the other day, she said, you've been married about 20 years. I've been married a little bit longer than that, but we still babies at this. I'm like, well, wow, because she said, if a marriage was a person and it was 20 years old, would you ever just really think that they got everything together? You know what I'm saying? So with anything that we're dealing with, we got to understand it's a process. But I was talking to my elder, and his advice to me was, he said, I always used to tell you go sit up under a tree. I know you thought that was silly. I said, no, I didn't feel that was silly. Actually, I told some people to hug a tree, sit up under a tree. He used to say, sit up under a tree, ask the question, and the tree will give you the answer. Nature will give you the answer. And I brought that up because a perfect symbol for the principle of Umoja, at least in the Giami system, is a tree. Right? Because like I said, in Giami, not only do we use Ngusa, but we also use a number system. One is the number of interdependence, not independence, but interdependence. Umoja is the first principle, and it's about unity, which is interdependence, which means that all parts work together towards a goal. They don't all have to be the same, right? We're not talking about sameness here. And the tree is a perfect model of that, because the tree has its roots in the ground. It has the bark. It's all these different parts that work together in a beautiful organism that you can see working independently. And not only is it independent with itself, it's independent with the life around it. If you listen closely in the background, you hear birds chirping. On that very same tree that I'm looking at right now, there are ants climbing up. There are squirrels living in it. Who knows what's living down up under the roots? And as the roots move and it's communicating with all of the other trees on this street, the leaves are absorbing the light from the sun, and the water is, and the roots is pulling the water that's feeding the whole tree. We have a perfect example of Umoja. If we was just to take time and look at it and talk to it and sit up under it and learn from its wisdom, right? To help us clarify some of the definitions and some of the things, to help us clarify our definition of the world, what we are seeing when we look out here, our Kuji Chagalia, right? Give us a foundation for our self-determination, our determination, right? Drawing on the energy from Umoja. So I want to put that in, but for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, right? You go, all right, cool. You go, all right, cool. Umoja, all right, you there. But if you on the next level, now you want to look at how Umoja works with and through Kuji Chagalia, which is the week. And those of you that are a little bit more advanced, you want to go to the next step, go to the cycle, which is a 49-day period. Each 49-day period, each one of them is named after the principle. And the principle we are in right now is the principle of Ujima. So the year, we actually, after this, we have made it over the hump of this year. We're at the middle of the year right now, right? After we get done with this one, the year's gone, right? So we in that 49-day period, right? Actually, this 49-day period, okay, cool, we just started. I was about to say, but it is in between the solstice and the equinox, right? But anyway, so we're moving through this period. So boom, how does Umoja, Kuchagalia, fit into the concept of Ujima? And lastly, for those of you that are more advanced and you want to really wrap your mind around it and have something to write about, something to journal about, how does these three, Umoja, Kuchagalia, and Ujima, fit into the principle of the year? And that principle is Ujima. So give yourselves a round of applause. Man. All right. I should have did this at the beginning, but anyway, the proverb of the day. The proverb of the day is an oldie. Once again, I don't know mode, but an oldie but a goodie. And it says, he that conceals a sickness cannot be healed. He that conceals a sickness cannot be healed. We're going to build on that just in a second, but let's get to that ancestral algorithm. Because I don't like necessarily defining them for you, but I'm trying to put it together. I'm trying to do this in a different way. The ancestral algorithm today is my internal fragments are now integrated into a unified soul. My internal fragments are now integrated into a unified soul. Last time, my internal fragments are now integrated into a unified soul. Oh my God, we got some beautiful words this morning. So, let's get to the haikus of the day. The haikus of the day. We'll get back to the regular way. Unless y'all like it this way. Y'all can let me know. Somebody throw something in the text if you like the free flow. This morning I rose and found. Here we go. I'm haikuing now. This morning I rose and found my TV mounted by my warriors. Shouts out to you. Example of all the principles working together. Because with the tribe, I'm with the sleep. Some of the tribe went to Zambezi Bay. I'm finding out they didn't want the old man going with them. I guess they didn't want that old man smell as they are at the water park. I don't know. They didn't invite me. Don't care. But I woke up and my TV was mounted. So this is part of the reason why I was able to set up, get my studio together, right? So we want to give them a round of applause. But once again, we want to show that these principles are working and they work. Right? They saw something that needed to be done and found a way to get over here and do it. They got it done, right? And also, this is another lesson, family. We have to build tribe. And in building tribe, we don't just build tribe because it's cute. We build tribe to help fulfill needs, to be of service to each other, right? And as we start supporting the tribe, we start noticing that the tribe starts supporting us. We have elders. Every elder should have at least 2 nation builders. Every nation builder should have at least 2 warriors. Every warriors possibly should have 2 younger people that they might be mentoring or may be guiding towards the nation builder and towards the elder. So when we look at that, the perfect structure for the beginning of a tribe is an elder, 2 nation builders, 2 warriors, right? So check this out. If you look at it, you have, ready? one elder, one. You got two nation builders, that's two. So that's 1, 2, 3, right? And each nation builder has two warriors. Guess what the number is? Somebody do the math for me. So you have, I'm going to say it again, you have an elder. The elder has two nation builders. Those two nation builders have two warriors apiece. Go on, guess what that number is. I'll just say universal number of study, rest, and perfection. But I'm going to leave it at that, right? So, I don't even know how I got on that. But anyway, my haiku. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we have to build that. We have to build that unity. We have to demonstrate that these principles work. And my life is a living testament. From my early 20s all the way up to now, this culture has sustained me. I have been fortunate. I have been blessed. I know that my life is not ordinary. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't think it's impossible for more of us to be able to have an existence where the culture is basically feeding us. The culture feeds me. The culture, I take care of the culture takes care of me. It has always worked out like that, right? So let's clap it up for the culture. Been building on this for years. All right, check this out. Next haiku. Woke at 1:30. Was underwhelmed by a show that I listened to. All right, so, I woke up at 1:30. I said, well, I'm going to have to get up at 3. Of course, I didn't get up at 3. I got up. I said, let me get up. So I got up. And, well, actually, it was 1:30. So I'm going through my Facebook thread, and they throw this thing on about manifestation, quantum physics, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, okay, all right. They're basically talking about magic. And a lot of y'all that was like, magic, ooh. Right? You know what I'm saying? Magic, the root word, at least, when I see magic, I see the word magi. Those of you who are really into studying, go and check out the word magi, see what a magi was, right? It was a little bit beyond. It's just somebody who knows or has information that other people don't have access to. They have mastered a certain level of skill that other people have not mastered. So they're able to do things that a person outside of their group, outside of their immediate circle, would be like, that's magic. Nah, that's study. That's practice. That's knowledge in action. I'm able to predict a flood, or I'm able to predict a eclipse, or I'm able to tell you what somebody's going to do. I'm able to give you proper advice. I'm able to guide you through the culture. I'm able to throw stones or throw rocks and basically read what they say and give you an idea of the next step that you need to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm plugged in, right? Right? I understand the language of nature. All right, but anyway, but the next thing that came up was this Australian biologist solves the great human dilemma. Listen, it's only an hour and it's free. Boy, I could have used my sleep, man. Listen, family, it amazes me. And the next haiku that I'm gonna hit on is gonna deal with this, right? So I listened and I was underwhelmed, right? I'm underwhelmed, right? Now, some good concepts that I'm gonna hit on real quick, but I'm underwhelmed because the solution to the problem, now check this out. The solution to the problem is nurturing. But he skipped right past that. Even his own analysis says that by allowing mothers to have more time to nurture their children and the safety and the love to nurture their children, they will create better human beings. Because the whole theory that he was working from was that human beings are flawed, and we're messed up because we are our knowledge part, our analytical part of our brain is arguing with our basic instincts, which kind of sets up a dilemma where everything, once we started thinking on our own and started operating outside of instincts, we started feeling guilty, right? So we will have to do things to alleviate this guilt, right? So this means we will become hyper competitive. We will have to prove that we was right because all of nature is telling us that we're wrong. So then we get this complex and we become tortured, and in becoming tortured, we become what human beings come. But once again, this whole theory that he has relies on one thing, that all humanity is West Asian. I just want you, I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. His whole theory relies on the fact that everyone is West Asian. Everyone comes from that culture that figured out how to fuck up everything and get paid for it. Incredible. Listen. I'm being raised up in the system. I can't knock the hustle. These motherfuckers have figured out how to destroy the world and get paid for it. How to commodify everything. Hell, they got some of us going to sleep with watches where we measure and count everything. I know what my sleep number is. Listen. The dynamic hustle. I'm just trying to tell y'all, family, listen. Now, so I'm listening to it, and I'm like, damn, we was doing this before you interrupted us. Listen, he don't go to any ancient cultures. He don't go to any, the only thing he go all the way back to a group of apes. Oh, man, they call them the love apes. Because these are some, rather than fight, they don't fight. They have sex and shit like that. The Bobos, I can't remember. Oh, somebody out there type in what, I can't remember that. Because matter of fact, those of you that are interested in seeing these, because these are some incredible apes. And it's just too bad that the only way you can really see them is in the zoo. In Columbus Zoo, they have an excellent exhibit for this group of apes. And what he's saying is very, very true, because when my kids went to the window, these apes will come to the window and really interact with my children. And I'm like, damn, I feel bad that they took this dude's freedom and he's smiling. I said, is he smiling because he want to eat my there? But then when I understand the nature, they are very nurturing, right? But he had to take it all the way back there. He couldn't go to no West African tribes. Of course, they're going to skip past that before the incursions. He's not going to go to many of the places before they came in contact with the Asians, right? People off the Asian steppes, West Asians. But when, you know what I'm saying, he didn't go to how the Hawaiians were or how the Native Americans were before they started interacting with these people. They never do that, right? You know what I'm saying? We're all the same. No, we're not. No, we're not. I categorically deny that bullshit. It's yeah. Family. But anyway, as the sun rises, let's get to the last haiku, which wraps this up. It amazes me that those that cause the most hurt hold the solution. Because they are actually broadcasting this as if he has solved the human dilemma. And we all just need to practice this, and this is what we need to do. when this is what my people been doing since the beginning of time. This is what my people been doing. Right? But hey, that's neither here nor there. Alright, family. I have went on long enough. I want to make sure that you know that the proverb of the day, I want to know what it means to you. Well, let me go. Can I share a little bit? Can I share? Anime says it's I already spent 25 minutes deep. 25 minutes deep. So I won't go into it, but hey, I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Also, there's an extensive write-up on it over at the our Telegram group. So family, if you would please, down in the description, right? Click the link, follow the link, and go on and get registered. I mean, it ain't registered, but let's exchange information. And you can join the Telegram group. You can become a supporter. Hell, you can get your T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Go and get your T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? We have represent your day name. But I think I did the show today. Family, I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank y'all for allowing the old man to ramble. And please let me know, do you prefer the show this way or you prefer the show the other way? I mean, either way, you're going to get some rambling in it, right? But this one is unscripted, how I used to do the Daily Toast, and just go off my experiences of the day, or I could go and create a script and work around that. Makes me no difference. Family, this is Brother Hatim. I am out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, comment. I need to hear your thoughts. Shouts out to Sister Nation Builder Tiandra. Thank you, because she's always engaging. And also, I want to send shouts out to all of those who are making donations for the young people to go to Simba this year. Right? They are pouring in, and I am grateful to you. You know what I'm saying? And I will let y'all know how much we got, because I got to figure that out. I'm gonna let y'all know, and I'm gonna do a post on the document that I shared with everybody that I sent out, so that you know, so that you will be able to track how much we raise as a community to send these young people to Simba and Simpson. And those of you that didn't get it, right? Just go and leave a question in the comments or whatever, and I'll make sure I send you the link so that you can donate as well. The goal is for each young person to go to Simba is about $400. And I know I know some of y'all, we become overwhelmed with the numbers, right? If a lot of us do a little, no one person has to do a lot. That's all I'm asking. If everybody do a little, no one has to do a lot. I know at least 2,000 people. I done sent out a couple of hundred emails, and I have people within my circle that's going to send out emails. So I'm connected to a lot of people. So even if you can't donate, if you don't do nothing but share the link and kind of talk about what Brother Hatim does and what we do at Simba and Simpson, you know what I'm saying? That will be enough. I appreciate you. But yo, this is Brother Hatim. I'm up, I'm out, and you have a wonderful and marvelous and a powerful day. I'm out.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kids Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first